Hey everybody, it's Phil Kerner here, the Tool and Die Guy, and I'd like to give a big shout out to all my subscribers on YouTube and people who subscribe on my website. You know, there's literally thousands of people tonight that'll probably get this message one way or the other via YouTube, via an email from around the world. And I appreciate you guys following me and wanting to learn from me. I take that mantle very seriously. Okay, so if you saw my last video I did on YouTube about closing that old building I owned, that was my last shop, and we rented the building out for 12 years. But up in the attic I had saved some stuff, and it turned out to be about a U-Haul and a half full of stuff, and I brought it all home and sorted it out. And as most of you guys know, if you've paid attention to me over the years, the last 3 years, you know, my background is in mold making. I'm not a machinist, although I've become one, but my background was in mold making. And I brought home a ton of stuff. I brought home several plastic parts. I'm looking at them now, you know, dozens of them with the matching drawings. And my big question for you guys tonight is, what do you want to learn next? You know, I want to do another course. I'm excited to do another course. I've got all this information. You know, in 2004, I never thought I'd be the Tool and Die Guy. I was just Phil, and pretty sad about closing my shop. But for some reason, I saved this stuff, and my loss is your gain, and my saving it is both of our gains, because, you know, my passion is injection mold making. And you might say, hey Phil, you know, I really don't see myself ever building a mold. Here's what I'd like to tell you. The thing I learned during my apprenticeship back here at Anson Tools and Gauges, in fact, I'm standing here in front of a beautiful drawing from Anson Tools and Gauges from 1974, all hand drawn. And the beautiful part about that is back then you had to know what you were doing, because if you didn't dimension this print right and you went on vacation, whoever was ever working on it was screwed, because now you can grab the drawing and say, oh, you forgot to dimension, and click on it and get an AutoCAD. But back then, you couldn't click on any of this. The guy better have it right. That's why everybody looked at their drawings and somebody approved them. They don't do that anymore. So that's the generation I was brought up on, was doing things right. So the ability to be a mold maker meant that you could look at an entire project and see the end in mind. And I have a lot to teach about that. Mold making will teach any machinist to be better when you have to look at a whole project. So I can offer a course on the art of mold making. I'd love to do that, and we'll go through the prints, the parts, the process. The other course I could offer is, with all this information, again, I brought home, I saved all my bookkeeping. So if any of you have ever wanted to start your own shop, or you might have your own small shop in your garage, I could certainly teach a class on starting your own business, starting your own manufacturing business. You know, manufacturing, I don't care if you have a tool and die shop, a machine shop, or an auto body shop. If you've got people and you're building labor and materials, you're in manufacturing. I know how to track all that. I know how to bill all that. I can show you how, if you're making money or not. That's another course. So you guys get to choose the art of mold making or starting your own shop. I'd love to hear your feedback before I invest, you know, hundreds of hours into videotaping, editing, and posting videos on something you guys don't want. But those right now are my two choices. I'm looking at a legacy here in my office downstairs of my history in manufacturing. I'd love to share. This is my legacy, and someday I want my kids not to have to go through old crusty photo albums. I want them to watch their dad or their grandfather, their great-grandfather, who shared this art with the world. So you choose. Again, the choices are the art of mold making or starting your own manufacturing business. You can go to thetoolanddieguy.com, click on the survey, and vote for either one. So I hope to hear from you, and we'll see you on the next video.